everybody, and welcome back here to Bounce Busters. And on today's show we're going to be looking at setting up a bouncy castle, taking it down, packing it away properly, and how small you can roll it. Also, we're going to be taking a look at some pumps to use and variants of what sizes to get for your castle. So stay tuned and let's get about to set up our bouncy castle. Now, as you see, we're on concrete here today, and if you are setting up on concrete, make sure you've got some mats underneath your castle. That will save the castle from being damaged and getting holes in it. When people are bouncing on it, it will rub like sandpaper and create holes in your castle. So make sure you've got mats underneath your castle, and also it will save your knees for when you're rolling up later on, as it's pretty hard on them. Now, if you've got a basic castle like this one here, that's a 10 foot by 12 foot, and it does not have any deflation zips or anything like that, and if it only has one blower tube, then when you're delivering them and setting them up, you no need to unroll them like that. So when you take it on site, drop it down like that and take out the blower tube from the back and attach it to your pump. Now, all I can say by doing that is just let the pump do all the work. It just saves your back in the future when you're rolling up lots of castles. So anyway, we've attached it to our petrol pump here today, and we're about to show you how easy it is to do it without unrolling every single thing. Now, if you've got bigger castles, they often will have big deflation zips and stuff like that, so those, yes, you will have to unroll, but the small ones, you don't need to. Just attach it to the pump, and let's show you how it happens. So here we go. As you can see, the pump did all the work. So yeah, don't worry about unrolling them. Drop it, connect it, and let the pump do it. Let's take a look around at our brand new dinosaur castle. Okay, now you're looking at our dinosaur castle. This is a 10 foot by 12 foot in size, and it is brand new. And you can buy that here in the UK for about £495 off the shelf with a safety system. So it is pretty cheap to buy this. Now, this is for toddlers to about 6-year-olds for the age group, and it's very good for hall homes and small backyard homes. So let's give you a tour around, shall we? Right, you see with our dinosaur head here, very popular for children. They love stuff like that. We go through here. It has an enclosed roof, as you can see. A good strong bounce area in there. Coming around the back. Now, this one is very differently made, as the roof continues all the way down to the floor seams. Now, it's built in a way so you don't have to have extra walls in it, which actually saves weight when you're packing up the castle. I mean, this is very light. Let's move around the back. There we go, that's the back side of it. And there's an old petrol pump, as you can see. Alright, there we go. Now we've shown you how to easily set it up with your petrol pump. Now we're going to be rolling this up and getting the air out and showing you how easy it is. Now, when you're rolling up a small castle like that, normally you've got to fold it in twice and then one over to get a nice tight roll. So here we go, let's roll this one up, shall we? Now you've got to bring the backs in. Nice and flat. Like that. Get it nice and flat. Okay. Then you bring the front all the way back like this. Just like that. Nice and flat. So it's all nice and flat. And it does make for a better roll when you're rolling them up. This one's got that there. Like that. Goes in like that. Just like the tail. And these sides, do the same with the sides. Like that. This one here. So there, just like that. You fold the sides in, fold the backs in, and make it as flat as possible. So there you go, you fold the sides in, you fold the backs in to make it flat as possible for when you've got a decent roll. So let's get rolling, shall we? This castle, fold it over to the blower tube. So virtually this one's in half. Okay, it's in half here. Stomping all the air out. Hold it half again. Just make sure you get all the air out. Tie strap ready. And when you get to this point, make sure you get your blower tube and put it right in underneath there like that. All of it's inside. Okay. Put a tie on it. There you go. One rolled up bounce castle ready to go. Alright, let's look at some pumps here that you're going to come across in your business to use for your inflatables. Now the most common pump that you will use is one of these, which is a 1.5 horsepower pump. And that will do anything from a small castle all the way up to about a 15 by 15 or even a 20-foot castle. These sometimes can be used. They're pretty converse. This one here is a Diamonds fan in the UK. They come with these blue plugs here, of course. And of course around the world it's going to be completely different on the plug setups and how the pumps look. So that's a 1.5 horsepower. Now for the bigger castles you may need something a lot stronger, which is a 2 horsepower pump, which is this bad boy over here. And also here in the UK now you can get a 3 horsepower pump for the really big castles with a lot of punch. Normally you use one of those if you have an older castle that needs a bit more inflation in it. And of course for your general bigger castles is what you use them for. Now we've got a 7.5 pump here, used for like small ball pits and small toddler castles, like my dinosaur castle that you've seen. This one here will inflate that, no worries, nice and firm. As long as it does the nice and firm trick and it's rated for that in the manufacturer, then you can use it. Now if you're in a field or on an event one day and you have no power, you might have to use one of these petrol pumps. Yes. Now they do have one small downside to them, so just be aware of this. And most of these pumps have a fuel tank not really big. They are very small and sometimes they don't go far. And this one I can get 2.5 hours out of it before I have to refill it. So if you're doing an event that's 5 to 6 hours long, you may have to fill that up at least once or twice before the end of your event. So you know they could make bigger fuel tanks on there to help with bouncy castle operators. But I do have here that on eBay you can buy bigger tanks to retrofit to these pumps. But buying them normally They'll do 2.5 hours, no worries, before you've got to refill them up. So that's a quick look at some of the pumps that you'll be using on your bouncy castles. Okay, there we go. That's a quick look at how to set up your bouncy castle, take it out and pack it away, and some of the pumps you'll be using for them as well. Now that's it for today, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions about anything that we're talking about in this whole series of bouncy castle operations, just send us some messages and that, and we'll be gladly to answer your questions here online on YouTube. So for now, we'll catch you on the next show, and happy bouncing.